You look like you just survived an epic gladiatorial battle against your alarm clock this morning.
It wasn't a battle. I was completely and utterly knocked out cold.
The classic ring, snooze, sleep, repeat symphony again.
First time, I dismissed it. Second time, just 5 more minutes. Third time, I actually felt a pang of pity for the alarm because of its sheer persistence.
And the final verdict?
I opened my eyes and realized I'd slept for a solid 45 minutes more.
Ah, the classic 5 minutes in a procrastinator's time zone.
I genuinely think my clock and I exist in parallel dimensions.
I'm built differently. The moment it rings, I'm wide awake.
That's legendary.
Awake enough to hit snooze, pull the blanket over my head, and dive right back into dreamland.
How is that any different from what I did?
But don't you agree that every single morning feels like a high-stakes psychological thriller?
Absolutely spot on.
Logic dictates, rise and shine, duty calls.
While emotion gently whispers, this pillow needs your embrace much more.
And naturally, the pillow possesses the gravitational pull of a supermassive black hole.
That black hole is nothing compared to my terrifying talent for making empty promises to myself.
Promises like what? Tonight, I will absolutely go to bed early?
Are you a mind reader?
It's a tale as old as time. You grab your phone to watch just one more short video.
Then the almighty algorithm spoon feeds you the next one.
You swear to yourself, this is the absolute last one, then sleep.
30 videos later.
The sun is practically clocking in for its morning shift.
The internet is truly the ultimate machine for making time vanish into thin air.
There are days when I pick up my phone solely to check the time.
And then?
10 minutes later, I've read 3 articles, scrolled through dozens of comments, and still have absolutely no clue what time it actually is.
Smartphones possess the supernatural ability to obliterate human intentions entirely.
Sometimes my mind wanders into such a thick fog that I just open the fridge and stand there staring into the void.
Were you trying to grab a drink?
I haven't the faintest idea.
You completely forgot?
I just stare blankly into it for 5 solid minutes, then shut the door.
Let me guess, 10 minutes later you open it again.
Precisely.
Hoping that, by some miracle, gourmet food will have spontaneously materialized the second time around.
I bet the fridge is incredibly bewildered by my erratic behavior.
If that fridge could speak, it would definitely ask, "What on earth are you actually looking for?"
And I'd sigh heavily and reply, "If you figure it out, please enlighten me."
The older I get, the more my crucial memories seem to just slip through my fingers.
Yet those utterly mortifying, cringe-worthy moments from a lifetime ago stay etched in stone.
Care to share an example?
I remember a while back, I enthusiastically waved at someone across the street.
An old acquaintance?
No, they were furiously waving at the person standing directly behind me.
Oh, the agony. How did you recover from that?
I instantly transformed the wave into a very dramatic hair flip to strike a pose, an unbelievably clunky cover-up. What about you? Any legendary fiascos of your own?
Oh, definitely. I once burst out laughing hysterically, assuming someone had just cracked a joke.
And the reality was?
They were in the middle of debating a fiercely serious, heavy topic.
The atmosphere in that room must have instantly turned to ice.
Only after I stopped laughing did I notice the entire room glaring at me with daggers in their eyes.
And what was your next move?
I faked a violently explosive coughing fit.
Did that theatrical cough salvage the situation?
Not in the slightest, but at least it made me look preoccupied.
Looking back, there are days devoid of any monumental events.
But when you reflect on them, they're bursting with sheer hilarity.
Exactly. Life becomes infinitely lighter the moment we stop taking everything so utterly seriously.
Life, in essence, bears a striking resemblance to this cup of coffee.
Getting philosophical, are we? How so?
Sometimes it's fiercely bitter, other times beautifully sweet.
And
But as long as you sip it with a smile, every flavor goes down a little smoother.
That line carries quite the poetic rhythm, my friend.
It just sparked in my brain out of nowhere like a stroke of genius.
You'd better jot that down later before it escapes.
No need.
Why not?
Give me 10 minutes and I guarantee it'll be entirely wiped from my memory.
That is undeniably on brand for you.
But that's perfectly fine. It just means life will always supply us with fresh stories to tell.
And an endless array of excuses to return to this very cafe and keep the banter alive.
Agreed. As long as you promise not to let me sleep in next time.
And what if you accidentally oversleep again?
Then you relentlessly bombard my phone with calls.
And if you refuse to pick up?
Then you persist and keep dialing.
How many calls does it take to cross the threshold?
Until the phone gets as scorching hot as a piece of burning coal.
And what will you be doing during all this?
Still blissfully lost in a deep, oblivious slumber.
Say, Alex, do you ever feel like our brains operate on an impossibly baffling mechanism?
Are you referring to the phenomenon where we completely wipe yesterday's tasks, but vividly recall a decade-old humiliation down to the very last millimeter?
Bingo! It's as if the brain harbors a classified folder titled Archive to periodically extract and self-torture.
Flawless description. And the most agonizing part is how it auto-opens that folder at the most absurdly inappropriate moments.
Like the exact second before you drift off to sleep,
Or right when you're standing beneath the shower head.
or when you're just sitting here, zoning out in the middle of a cafe.
And suddenly your face flushes crimson, or you burst into the manic laughter of a lunatic.
I remember when I was a kid, I was absolutely convinced that adults were omniscient and unfailingly correct.
Me too. The moment a burning question popped up, I'd sprint over to ask them.
Growing up brought the staggering realization that adults are essentially just making wild guesses.
They just execute those wild guesses with an aura of supreme, unshakable professionalism.
I used to be terrifyingly gullible. I accidentally swallowed a watermelon seed once and lived in sheer panic for days.
Because you were terrified a watermelon vine was going to sprout in your stomach, right?
Exactly! I aggressively chugged 3 consecutive glasses of water to flush the seed all the way down to my feet.
Kids truly operate on a bizarrely brilliant system of logic. I once swallowed an orange seed, and for a whole week, I'd stare into the mirror daily to check if leaves were sprouting out of my ears.
Why on earth would they sprout from your ears?
Who knows? My logic was definitely on a leave of absence at the time.
So, did you ever genuinely believe the people inside the television could actually see you?
Absolutely. Whenever the news was on, I'd sit up bolt straight and meticulously groom my hair.
I would even enthusiastically wave back at the news anchor.
You went that far, and did they ever grace you with a wave back?
No, I just assumed they were too swamped with the live broadcast to return the gesture.
I always activated two-way interaction mode with cartoons. Every time a character approached a suspicious door, I'd scream my lungs out. Don't open it. It's haunted.
And did they ever heed your frantic warnings?
Never. They threw it open every single time. Outrageously stubborn creatures.
Yet you persisted with your warnings?
Of course, I kept hoping that one day my desperate cries would finally pierce through to their souls.
In the end, they were just slaves to the script. Did you have any reckless childhood antics that leave you absolutely speechless when you look back now?
Countless ones. The classic was when I laboriously dug a massive crater in my backyard.
To conceal a treasure hoard, I presume?
Prepare to be amazed. I amassed a fortune of 3 glass marbles, 1 aesthetically pleasing bottle cap, and 2 deeply rusted coins, and buried them all.
A true million-dollar artifact collection.
Back then, I envisioned excavating it decades later, expecting it to have transmuted into priceless antiquities.
Did you draft a treasure map with an X to mark the spot?
I did, but the tragic flaw is, I completely forgot where I stashed the map.
So that majestic treasure is still slumbering beneath the earth?
I just pray no future archaeologist unearths it and questions why ancient relics were so staggeringly pathetic.
As for me, I once resolved to author an epic, legendary diary.
Oh, how majestic.
On the very first page, I poured my soul into a fiercely defiant declaration. From this day forth, I shall chronicle my life every single day.
Such fierce determination.
The second page materialized exactly 8 agonizing months later.
Hey, at least you didn't surrender entirely. What profound words graced page 2?
Just 2 devastatingly brief words. I forgot.
Brief, punchy, and ruthlessly honest.
After penning those 2 words, I proceeded to vanish for another solid year.
That diary must have spiraled into an existential crisis. Your appearances were rarer than a passing comet.
But you have to admit, those bygone childhood days were steeped in pure magic, weren't they?
Without a doubt, through the lens of a child, the entire world is brimming with sorcery.
A few rickety stools lined up in a row effortlessly morphed into an intergalactic spaceship.
A mere mop hoisted into the air instantly transformed into a legendary broadsword.
Even a tattered cardboard box could be resurrected into a magnificent, impenetrable fortress.
All you needed was one partner in crime to orchestrate wildly imaginative games for an entire afternoon.
No smartphones required, absolutely zero social media.
Nor did we need any special justification. The moment imagination whispered, the battle began.
Looking back, that childhood black hole of memories is rather endearing.
Even if it periodically erupts, spewing out mortifying memories at the most unexpected times.
And forces you to sit there, grinning like an absolute fool in the middle of a crowded room.
Bystanders probably glance over and assume we've just hit the jackpot.
The older you get, the more you realize that those profoundly silly moments are actually your most radiant memories.
And thankfully, they've now matured into priceless anecdotes for us to savor over these cups of coffee.
Thanks to that, every time we cross paths, we're guaranteed another bout of unrestrained laughter.
I sincerely hope that Black Hole is still harboring a trove of unreleased secrets.
Rest assured, given our childhood levels of sheer absurdity, we have enough material to excavate for years to come.
Very well. Our next rendezvous shall continue this grand archaeological excavation.
Consider it a date. Who knows? We might just unearth a few more utterly indefensible fiascos.
Have you ever noticed how the most captivating conversations usually kick off with a spectacularly trivial phrase?
What phrase?
Oh, by the way.
Nailed it. That simple phrase is enough to unlock an entire cosmos of topics.
From the wildly erratic weather,
Ricocheting into the profound dilemma of what to devour for dinner.
then gliding seamlessly into heated cinematic critiques.
And ultimately culminating in completely forgetting what sparked the conversation in the first place.
The human brain truly relishes a chaotic, unchaperoned stroll.
Oh, by the way,
See? I rest my case.
if you were condemned to eat only one singular dish for an entire month, what's your weapon of choice?
Now that is a diabolical question.
Answer swiftly.
Plain white rice.
Paired with what, exactly?
That is a problem for my future self to agonizingly figure out.
What a masterclass in dodging responsibility. As for me, I'd pledge my loyalty to instant noodles.
Instant noodles? 3 days in, and you'd be sickeningly repulsed by the very sight of them.
Accurate.
Day 5?
Sobbing uncontrollably while hallucinating a bowl of rice.
By day 10?
I formally request an emergency retraction of my previous statement.
It has always bewildered me why, every time you march into a supermarket for one specific item,
You emerge hauling 2 perilously overstuffed shopping bags?
exactly, do supermarkets employ some dark art of psychological manipulation?
My fate is even more tragic. I once ventured in solely for toothpaste.
And the outcome?
By the time I hit the register, I had amassed pastries, sodas, tissues, a pen, and an impossibly adorable mug.
And the toothpaste?
Completely evaporated from my mind.
I bow to you. A wallet truly possesses zero immune system in those aisles.
Tell me, is there a task you meticulously slave over, yet receive absolutely zero recognition for?
Without a doubt.
Dod tell.
Every single night, I furiously scrub and organize my desk until it's impeccably spotless.
Sounds like a monumental display of effort.
But the moment I wake up, it's a catastrophic wasteland, as if a hurricane just tore through it.
Your desk must possess the terrifying supernatural ability to autonomously spawn clutter.
I harbor deep suspicions of that exact theory.
Mine is a different beast. Right after a cleanse, it looks vast and incredibly expansive.
And a few grueling hours into your work?
It's reduced to 1 microscopic square inch, merely sufficient to cradle my coffee mug.
Well, at least the sacred coffee retains its undisputed throne.
Naturally, that is the paramount priority.
Have you noticed how, as we age, time just vaporizes in the blink of an eye?
Oh, absolutely. One moment you're stumbling into Monday.
You blink, and suddenly, the grim reality of Sunday night is staring you down.
It genuinely feels like the universe is fast-forwarding our lives at double speed.
Yet paradoxically, when you're standing vigil waiting for water to boil for noodles,
A single minute agonizingly stretches into half a century.
or when your phone is teetering on the edge of death at exactly 1%.
Suddenly, every mundane text morphs into an issue of apocalyptic urgency.
Such are the hilariously absurd paradoxes of human existence.
But I genuinely cherish these lazy afternoons we spend just aimlessly loitering around.
Because you get to savor premium coffee?
That is merely a fraction of it.
And the lion's share?
Because I have a captive audience willing to indulge my endless stream of profoundly pointless rambling.
Truthfully, it's precisely those nonsensical ramblings that serve as the ultimate pressure release valve.
No exhausting battles over right and wrong.
No obligation to untangle the monumental dilemmas of existence.
Just the freedom to vocalize whatever chaotic thoughts drift through our minds.
And the luxury of bursting into uninhibited laughter over the tiniest, most trivial things.
By the way, if you could acquire one mediocre superpower, what would you choose?
The divine ability to flawlessly pinpoint exactly where I hurled my car keys.
Incredibly pragmatic.
And your pick?
The infallible memory to recall the exact reason I just confidently strode into a room.
Good heavens, I am in desperate need of that exact power.
There are times I fiercely storm into the kitchen.
Only to stand there, utterly paralyzed with confusion.
I freeze like a statue for 2 solid minutes. Then I defeatedly shuffle back out in silence.
And then, 5 minutes later,
I am jolted by the realization that I went in for a measly glass of water.
our brains truly seem to spontaneously activate an unapproved mid-shift smoke break.
That has to be the most accurate diagnosis.
Many people cling to the illusion that life must be grandiose and dazzling to be memorable.
My philosophy dictates the exact opposite.
Enlighten me.
It is precisely these remarkably ordinary days that forge our warmest, most comforting memories.
A cup of gently bitter coffee.
A boundless, meandering conversation with no finish line.
A gut-busting fit of laughter triggered by pure, unadulterated nonsense.
That alone is enough to completely refuel the soul.
Spot on. We relentlessly exhaust ourselves chasing colossal milestones.
When in reality, true joy is often as simple as having someone to endlessly dissect the universe with.
Even if absolutely none of the topics possess a shred of cohesion.
Yet, when we finally stand up at the end of the day, our spirits feel profoundly weightless.
And that is the most magnificent magic of all.
So, shall we lock in our next encounter?
At this exact familiar corner of the cafe.
With the customary 2 cups of coffee.
And an entirely fresh arsenal of untold tales.
Or simply recycling the old fiascos with a dramatic new flair.
As long as there's still a willing accomplice to laugh with.
Undeniably. Now, polish off that coffee before it turns ice cold.
Agreed.
But do me a favor and remember.
Remember what?
Do not fall victim to your alarm clock and arrive late next time.
I shall give it my utmost effort.
Those words sound exceptionally suspicious coming from you.
It simply means, should I accidentally run late, feel free to proactively order my drink for me.
You truly never fail to amaze me with your sheer, unapologetic audacity.
Hey, I take great pride in maintaining a flawless streak of consistency.
Consistency in your perpetual tardiness?
Not at all.
Then what, pray tell?
Consistency in constantly providing you with fresh, exquisite material to roast me with.
You know what? I'll actually accept that deeply flawed logic.